Since 2022, we've had a new generation style Toyota Tundra, which did away with the V8 engine and put in a turbocharged V6 engine. And since then, a lot has changed in the SUV truck world. You're talking about Toyota specifically, we've had redesigns on so many core pickup truck and off-roading vehicles. For example, Toyota Tacoma, now the Toyota 4Runner, the 2022 Toyota Tundra was the first one to take a massive change and redesign. Let's talk about what we think is going to happen for the 2027 Toyota Tundra, because we know the 2026 Toyota Tundra isn't really coming with any changes when you're talking about equipment, standard features, and overall look and design. So when the Toyota Tundra debuted in 2022, it was a massive success and hit. A lot of consumers, viewers, and customers were heavily anticipating a redesigned and refreshed and updated Toyota Tundra. And this is what they got. 12.3 inch, 14 inch touch screens, updated safety equipment, better performance, better fuel economy, more options to choose from, and the list goes on and on. Now, granted, we did hear some concerns about the V8 going away and going to a turbocharged V6, but we also had the iForce Max powertrain debuted and launched in the 2022 Toyota Tundra. This was Toyota's first move to make the TRD Pro edition of pickup trucks or vehicles in a hybrid-only powertrain and platform. And I gotta tell you, it was a massive success. Removing the old V8 engine, which was a 5.7 liter, and it also came in a 4.6 liter, if I'm not mistaken, if my memory serves me correctly. I've been with Toyota for 18 years and I've seen many changes. And in my opinion, this one was the most controversial one that I've seen in a long time. The whereabouts of the V8 engines that are no longer. Well, this is just the common scenario of what's happening all around the automotive industry when you're talking about different manufacturers, brands, and vehicles. The restriction on emissions and pollution is heavily weighted on these manufacturers, and they have to meet certain criterias in order to produce these vehicles. And one of those criterias is fuel efficiency and emissions control. So you're seeing V8s turn into V6s, V6s turning into 4 cylinders, sometimes coupled together with a turbocharger or a hybridized powertrain system to help keep the horsepower, responsiveness, and torque up, and to keep the fuel economy where it's at a certain level that you don't have to visit the gas station so frequently and so often. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the 5.7 liter for the V8 was the most powerful and most common chosen powertrain. The 4.6 was offered in only select trims, and I believe it was chain driven engine, not belt driven like the 5.7 liter. So it was a little bit less common and popular. The 5.7 kind of ruled it for the previous generation Toyota Tundra. But what's going to happen for 2027? This is when everyone's anticipating a change of some sort for the Toyota Tundra. 2022 was the year that Toyota really improved the interior, specifically on the Toyota Tundra, moving up to red leather interior as an option for the TRD Pro, moving to acoustic glass on certain models like the Toyota Tundra Capstone, semi-aniline leather seats, ventilated seats. And speaking of interior, some models like the 1794 even come with their own set of custom designed mats from the manufacturer. Now, speaking of these all-weather floor mats, if you ever wanted to upgrade your interior mats to something a little bit more protective, I've got a perfect solution for you. And these all-weather floor mats are made from a premium TPE material, and these mats are free from any harmful substances or odors, and it's absolutely true. They do not smell even out of the box. Neither do they get rigid or hard like other plastics, and they're not too soft or rubbery, so they won't turn yellow, brittle, or hard over time. Cleaning them out is also a breeze. Just simply rinse them with water for a perfect clean, and for tougher messes, of course, use a little bit of soap. They are custom made using 3D laser scanning for an exact fit to every detail of your Toyota Tundra's interior, especially that hump over your second row. These all-weather floor mats from Lasfit, made from the premium TPE material, cover a much larger area than the OEM mats, with higher edges offering superior protection on the interior. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can get your own all-weather floor mats from Lasfit for your Toyota Tundra, or probably any other Toyota vehicle you might have. Make a great gift or an upgrade to your vehicle's interior. Now, moving on to what I think is going to happen with the Toyota Tundra. So we just saw a massive redesign for the 2025 Toyota 4Runner. We also last year saw a redesign for the Toyota Tacoma, which debuted for the 2024 model. 2026 is not going to come with any changes, unfortunately, really, for the Toyota Tundra, but 2027 is almost the 5-year, 6-year timeline for when we start to see model changes, and I do anticipate some type of redesign for the Toyota Tundra and also for the Toyota Sequoia, because these two vehicles kind of got redesigned at the same time and brought along a very similar look when you're talking about the fascia, when you're talking about the grading structure. For example, TRD Pro, Capstone, these are offered in the Tundra and in the Toyota Sequoia. We also saw Toyota glimpse a TrailHunter model of the Toyota Tundra quite some time ago, but we haven't really seen that for production yet. Perhaps the TrailHunter will be part of the 2027 Toyota Tundra if there's a redesign, and perhaps there will be a new power plant underneath the hood. Now, does that mean there's going to be a full EV option for the Toyota Tundra? I think not. I don't think that EV is the way to go for pickups, and I think Toyota probably feels the same. But we could see an alternative like a plug-in hybrid option, which is a PHEV currently offered in vehicles like the Toyota RAV4, the Toyota Prius, and more in the near future. In terms of the overall look and design, I think if the Tundra follows through with models like the TrailHunter, that it could follow the same design and aesthetics that we currently see with the 2025 Toyota 4Runner, the 2025 Toyota Tacoma. I can see this also coming to the Toyota Sequoia as well, in terms of grade structure, in terms of overall look, design. I think they're all going to be quite similar in terms of how they look or the grading structure. I mean, we already see it between the Tacoma and the 4Runner. It might make sense for Toyota to bring the Tundra and Sequoia into the mix and kind of make it all one with regards to the overall feel of how the look of these pickup trucks and SUVs are, but with different capabilities, different sizing, and, you know, maybe some different features to go along. Let's just recap what you currently get as an option underneath the hood of the current generation Toyota Tundra. Underneath the hood, you have two powertrain options. One is a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6, which replaces the older V8 engine. This powerhouse puts out an impressive 389 horsepower and 479 pound-foot of torque. Now, when you're going with the hybrid alternative, which is the iForce Max, debuted in 2022, you're pushing the horsepower up to 437 horsepower and a huge 583 pound-foot of torque with the iForce Max powertrain system. Now, I don't do much content on Toyota Tundras or Tacomas, but whenever I do, I usually do see some kind of comment where a viewer is talking about the transition from V8 to V6. I don't think Toyota will bring out a V8 because, or bring back the V8 because it's very hard to have a V8 and maintain the guidelines which are set by the governments and by the world on emissions. I don't think it's quite possible to do that. So I do see the V6 staying around. I do see some more hybridization, like I mentioned, maybe a plug-in hybrid option or a full EV option. But keep in mind, this is probably going to increase and improve fuel efficiency, overall responsiveness, torque, and enjoyment for the driver. As for the interior upgrades, I don't really think Toyota can top the interior that it's in the current generation Toyota Tundra. Whether you're talking about the limited model, the platinum, the limited off-road, or the capstone, I do believe Toyota Tundra has one of the nicest and most luxurious, high-end, high-quality finished interiors in the pickup truck world. And especially once you upgrade the OEM all-weather floor mats to those perfect fitting, high-edge, protective, premium TPE material all-weather floor mats from Lasfit, it will definitely give your interior that finishing protective touch that most Toyota Tundra customers are after. Link in the description below. I'll pin one in the comments as well. Check out Lasfit for a perfect set of fitting all-weather floor mats. And if you guys have any comments, questions, any preferences, what do you want to see happen for a possible redesign on a Toyota Tundra? Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. We'll catch you on the next video, guys. Take care.